might have been kidnapped a second time, but Celine is not the same young woman she was many moons ago. She has trained much since then, and now her efforts have borne fruit. Using what strength she had left, she sparked a fire that has quickly turned into a blaze. Lord Zorro and Marjorie are trapped on the other side of their rotting abode, with nowhere to turn. Celine must make a choice. She is exhausted and alone, with time to save the princess running out. She chooses to escape. Getting help from the Fey Court will be more useful than facing these villains alone. Beyond the bridge leading away from Witch's Island, Celine collapses in a forest by the river. Her body is noticed by Excalibur, flying overhead, and the muse is taken back to Lady Morrigan. The sorceress brings her back to the castle, but there is a problem. She is in a comatose state. The fairies know this means something terrible has happened to Princess Snow and Raven, but they cannot guess what. By the time the fire dies at the cottage, night descends and Celine is long gone. Enraged at the Green Fairy's escape, Lord Zorro tortures the princess, who cowers, painfully singed from his tricks.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to The Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with not the Verdington Fey Court, Lord Zorro Dragovic. Before we begin, I would say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. We have quite a few things going on, which is why I have the game on pause. So I think it's going to be a bit of a slow episode, but we have to go through some things and see how we come out of it exactly. We might have a few hearts broken among us by the time I'm done here. But we are picking up quite early in the morning on Tuesday. It's almost 2 a.m. It's raining, storming, there's thunder, there's lightning happening in the game, which is perfect for the scenario that we're currently in. It's so foreboding and I love it. But Lord Zorro has decided to come out to the nearby beach, which is across the bridge, to try and find Celine. Because after her breakout from the cellar and then setting the cottage on fire, with Lord Zorro and Marjorie trapped on one side of the house, Celine was too exhausted to take them on. She used up pretty much all of her martial arts skill to teleport out of the prison, because I think one of you said that if you have a high enough martial arts skill, you can teleport. So for story purposes, she has a high enough skill to teleport. She decided it would be the best course of action to find the fairies of the Fey Court, let them know so they can, fully recharged, help to rescue the princess. So she came across the bridge and then she collapsed somewhere near here, but that was earlier in the day when the fire was still raging, and the fire went on for quite a few hours. So unfortunately, Lord Zorro and Marjorie, they couldn't get out to do anything and, get Celine until the fire died down. Like, the blaze was really bad. So Celine passed out somewhere here. And if you guys remember, in the previous episode, our sorceress sent her magical birds out, I think mainly Excalibur, to scour the valley for news of our missing Sims, right? And Excalibur saw Celine's passed out body, brought the news back to Morrigan, who collected Celine and took her back to the castle. She's resting, but she's in a comatose state. So even though she knows Princess Snow is in danger from Zara and Marjorie, she can't tell that to anyone because she's currently passed out. She's not even conscious. So the fairies know something bad has happened, but they have no clue what exactly is going on. Now, of course, because Lord Zorro got out so late, he doesn't know that Celine was found by Excalibur and that she's now currently safe. He thinks she might have, passed out somewhere near here because she was too exhausted, and he can still catch her. So that's what he's doing. He's currently looking for where the heck Celine might be so he can take her back before the fairies find out, because his biggest reason for doing all of this was to get Celine. We know he's had this very unnatural and very weird kind of thing for Celine for a long time. It might not necessarily be romantic, but he has an obsession with her, and a lot of these kidnappings, like the first time around in this world with Lord Zane who died, and then with Lord Zorro who's come from the other side, like a parallel world, he also has this weird obsession with Celine. So he's very pissed off that she escaped, and because he was so pissed off, he tortured the princess, and so now she's singed in her cell from whatever torture he put her through. But we have a different situation going on back at the cottage. Now, while Zorro is here away from Witch's Island looking for Celine, and who knows how long he'll be away for, we have a situation with another fairy who was missing for quite a while. So, Raven. Raven has showed up at the cottage where Marjorie is currently alone. Obviously, Princess Snow is in the cellar, but she's locked up. So there's no one else here. It's just them two. Just Marjorie and just Raven. Now, what's been going on with Raven, right? Because she's been missing for the same amount of time that Princess Snow and Celine have been missing, but she wasn't with them. She was never with them. And look at this cat. Look at this stray cat bearing witness to what's about to go down. But, she wasn't really with them. So what happened with Raven, she actually left the castle for a little bit and started doing a little bit of digging around on her own about whatever it was that Marjorie was involved with before Lord Zorro came into the picture. Because Raven, she has just been unable to accept that Marjorie is married and that Marjorie is happy with someone else, and that Marjorie would betray her. And she feels as though Marjorie needs to pay for the betrayal that she has caused and done, right? Raven doesn't want to let her off. And so she got suspicious about, who the hell is this Lord Zorro who's come out of nowhere? So she started digging around at the library, where Marjorie used to spend a lot of her time before she became a witch. And Raven discovered a few things, remembering what it was that Marjorie used to go on about. And she came to check out the stone, so she's actually been hiding on the island for the past couple of days. She's been sneaking around on the island, mainly at the stones, trying to study what's going on, and she's figured that Marjorie opened a portal and she brought someone through, and she's assuming Lord Zorro is who she has brought through. And she's also been snooping on the cottage and seeing what they've been doing, what's been going on. So she's been observing their movements in and out of the island and the cottage, and she essentially saw them kidnap and bring back Princess Snow and Celine, but she didn't leave to tell the Fae Court. She stayed here because she was waiting for an opportunity. And she probably, in one of, her days snooping around or whatever, she has managed to gather that Lord Zorro is actually a second identity, like a secondary face of Lord Zane Delaney. And she now knows that Zorro is actually Lord Zane from a parallel world. But, like many things, she has not told this to the Fae Court. She has kept this with herself. And she also knows that she watched Selene escape. She did not help her. She knows the princess is in the cellar, like whatever this location is, through that door. She's seen Lord Zoro come in and out of it, and she knows that's where they took the princess and Selene, but she's not going to go down to rescue the princess because she's here for Marjorie and Marjorie alone. And she knows that Zoro has just left to go find Selene, and she feels as though this is the perfect opportunity for her to go ahead and confront Marjorie. And part of this confrontation is going to be no talking. So while she was away, you can see she was quite cheesed off, but while she was away, she actually acquired some dangerous potions. Alright, she's got some dangerous potions in here. So the first thing she's going to do, she is going to throw a potion of the tragic clown on Marjorie, because she feels as though Marjorie is not this great dark witch she thinks she is. She thinks Marjorie is just a weakling playing house and trying to be something she's not, and that she's nothing really without Raven, because we remember how self-centered Raven is. And she feels as though Marjorie's a joke. I mean, for someone who used to follow her around like a puppy, she suddenly kind of switched boat all of a sudden. And if she thinks that boat isn't going to drown, then she doesn't know what she's thinking. And without saying anything much, she's just going to... Let's see. Actually, before she does that, she's going to go ahead and really tear into Marjorie. And I don't think Marjorie's expecting this. So she is going to accuse Marjorie. Alright, she's going to go up to Marjorie. She's going to accuse her. And look at how it's raining. It is storming. Oh my goodness. It is raining and storming. And just look at this. Look at this scene. Okay, she's going to tear into her. And Marjorie obviously was not expecting her to show up like this. Let's go ahead and see, what else can we do? She's going to insult her. She's going to berate her ignorance for thinking that she could get away with all of this. She could do something with someone else and get away with it. And how could she ever hope to leave Raven's side and think to be happy? She doesn't deserve happiness, right? This is what Raven's saying to her at this point. And that she's never going to forgive Marjorie. In fact, if Raven can't have Marjorie, then no one can have Marjorie. So she's going to throw this. She's going to throw this at Marjorie. So here she goes. She's going to attack Marjorie. And Marjorie's not expecting this at all. She didn't even expect Raven to be on the island, to be honest. Okay, so she's done that. She's done that. And in panic, in her panic and just freaking out, Marjorie is going to just summon the dark magic powers she's been playing around with, stuff she doesn't really understand, and she's going to hurl a hex. She's going to hurl a hex at Marjorie, right? So she's getting started, and Raven's not, she's going to hurl a hex at Raven, what am I saying? Raven, before the hex hits her, is going to throw a bottle of poisoned potion at Marjorie as well. So she's going to throw a bottle of poisoned potion. She's come here with sinister intentions, with dark intentions, because remember, she's a dangerous fairy, and if she feels as though someone has wronged her, she's not going to let go of it. So she's going to go ahead and throw that just before the hex gets to her. Come on, Raven. Come on, Raven. Throw your poison potion. Come on, throw the poison potion. Throw it. Throw it. Okay. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, Raven, help me out here. She's gonna throw that to Marjorie just before the hex hits her. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. No. Okay. Right. And Okay, so the potion has been thrown, the curse has been cast, and now looks as though... Oh my goodness, is she okay? Nope. Yep, she is falling. Okay. Raven is now blue. It seems as though Marjorie is falling to the Grim Reaper. Although, it almost feels as though she can't accept her death. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Marjorie. Oh jeez! She just fell! She just fell! And Marjorie is down first, but Raven isn't gonna be too far behind because she did just have a dark hex hurled at her face, and as a result, she has gone blue, but she will be following Marjorie not too long after this death. Oh goodness, she's obviously miserable about it. She's obviously heartbroken that Marjorie's dead, but she's also twisted, and she did want to kill Marjorie because Marjorie left her. And now I don't think Raven, like, she knows she's gonna die at this point. She knows she's going to die, but she killed Marjorie, so it's worth it. And Raven, who refused to leave Marjorie's grave, is finally meeting her end. The curse, not the poison, Marjorie died from poison, the curse that was hurled at her has finally taken effect, and she has collapsed right by Marjorie's grave. She refused to get help, she refused to go anywhere or do anything. She was just crying and crying and crying by Marjorie's grave. And she has just died! Oh, our beautiful Raven! Our beautiful Raven. She stayed here the whole night. The whole night. And now her gravestone has been left by the Grim Reaper right beside Marjorie's. And these cats. Oh my goodness, these cats. They're just wandering around. And now, Lord Zoro is finally going to return from staying out like the whole night. It's 9:30 a.m. He's going to come back from staying out the whole night and see what's going on. What the heck? Because he doesn't know what's happened back here, of course. He doesn't know that. He thinks everything is just fine. But when he comes back, he's gonna see the gravestones here, and he's going to know. He's gonna see Marjorie's gravestone. He's gonna see two, and for the purpose of the story, we can say that maybe these are ashes, the ashes of our Sims. That Zoro somehow knows the Sim. Like, it's not, I can't say it's the corpse there because the corpse was collected by the Grim Reaper, which makes this a little bit difficult, but we can say that he probably knows. However, these Sims know when they see ashes, but I guess we have the Grim Reaper who's kind of supernatural and fantasy, you know? So I guess the Grim Reaper left the tombstones, and there we go. So he's seeing their remains. He knows that Marjorie has died and Raven's died, and he's not as distraught about Marjorie dying as he seems to be, because remember, he didn't really care about her. He's, I think, upset at the fact that such a useful tool died. So I think he's upset at the fact that such a useful tool of his has died. And he's gonna have to, I think he's kind of connecting the dots, because if Raven's dead and Marjorie's dead here, then he's kind of understanding Raven must have had something to do with this. Our poor princess, meanwhile, has no clue what is going on, and that Raven has died, Marjorie has died, Celine's no longer here. I mean, I don't think they really discussed the plan before Celine escaped. Celine was just trying to do what she could. I think she thought she could take the princess with her straight away, but then when the fire happened and, you know, she was very exhausted, she used up all her powers, she had to make a difficult choice, and that wasn't something she could talk to the princess about, because the princess was down here and she was up there. But our poor princess, she's been singed because Lord Zoro has been torturing her with some very unconventional and dark magic tricks. So we're gonna have to help someone, like save her, and soon. So her needs are up right now, but I think with our princess being delusional and unstable and the type of torture that she was put through, I think her moods are just all over the place. So even though she is injured and she's singed, I think it's kind of made her a bit more mad. So she isn't understanding the situation as she would normally before the torture because of what she's been put through. But she's got nothing to do now except wait for the Fae Court to somehow find her, for Celine hopefully to wake up from that coma and tell everyone where she is and what's been going on. But so many things happened. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Well, not really enjoyed. It was an enjoyable episode. It was an interesting episode. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.